What's good, everybody? It's Philly Round. I have to hop on because I heard some great news, man. And I don't know how hype you guys are about it, but I think it's going to be major. I'm not even caring about sending out the link to the stream or this or that. I'm not worried about that. As you can see, go ahead and follow me. Hit that subscribe. Well, you can't necessarily hit the subscribe button, but it's up there just to remind you to go ahead and subscribe to this stream, and also check out the YouTube channel if you can at MUTtips, all one word. But the reason why I'm actually in front of you guys today is because I heard, rumor has it, via Twitter, that we are EA's putting $1 million out there next year in tournament money. $1 million in tournament money coming to us next year. Listen, man, I don't you guys think you see some crazy stuff now? Just wait until next year. Things are about to get hellified out here. It's going to be downright disgusting. Not in a bad way. Well, I mean, for some of you, it will be in a bad way. You know, when you put $1 million out there, everything is coming out. You know, it's like watching an old Michael Jackson Thriller video and you seeing all them zombies walking all over the place. Yeah, everything is coming out, man. When you say $1 million, I got my boy K-Star talking about making a reappearance in the Madden community. K-Star is doing his thing in DSF football. Made it to the $1 million tournament over on that thing. Stepped away from Madden. Went into DSF. Applied his work ethic that he had in Madden to figuring out how to work the DSF and became great on that side. He's coming back. He's going to still play DSF, but he's talking about coming back. Another guy out there who's talking about coming back. Truth. The ever so charismatic, nice to the camera, great personality, Truth might be coming back. When you're saying $1 million, there's a lot of good players out there that's going to be coming back. We already got the MWS out there. A lot of you guys don't think that they're good players. A lot of you guys think they older dudes. We are older dudes. MWS stands for the Madden World Syndicate. That was the original reason that you guys have a Madden challenge. MWS created competitive Madden play way back in the day. That's where we started out, when we was only playing for a couple $100. And then the tournaments got bigger and bigger. Went from a couple $100 to $5,000 to Mega Bowls for $25,000, Mega Bowls for $50,000. You know, it was crazy. We started that. Videotape of those events, of us recording each other, talking smack on camera and everything, led to your Madden Nation television show. Led to your Madden Challenge. You know? And then it went away for a couple years, but it sounds like it's coming back. And if it's coming back, the professional players are coming back. A lot of you guys, a lot of people out there may think some of the guys they're looking at right now are professionals. YouTubers aren't professionals, all right? And I'm not going to say all YouTubers, but I can almost make a blanket statement that YouTubers aren't professionals, aren't professional Madden players. YouTubers are great video editors. You're going to have skill, a heck of a lot of skill to compete come next year. You're going to have a heck of a lot of skill to have interesting channels going forward. Because it's going to be hard for people to sit here and just watch people play solos, because guys are going to be scared to actually take their teams or compete in the open, you know, in those shark-infested waters, because it's going to be nothing but sharks out there. Nothing but killers out there. All great whites. All great whites. None of them friendly little sharks that you see at the aquarium. You can go up and pet and all that stuff. That's done. All that crap is over with. $1 million is on the table. These guys is coming to get it. I'm telling you right now, $1 million is on the table. These guys are coming to get it. So I want to know, What's your opinion on that? How do you feel? How do you feel about that? Because I understand a lot of the professional or the so-called, let's say the cheesers. Y'all call them cheesers. They're not necessarily cheesers. What they do is they find what the game allows them to do to be competitive. And what I mean by that is, if you're playing a video game and you can find a way to increase your odds of success, and there's 50,000 on the line, you'd be dumb not to increase your odds of success. So when you put $1 million on the line, you'll be dumb not to increase your opportunity for success. If you guys are in college or in any professional career, all right, and you have a job, you have an assignment due in class, and you don't know the answer, you're telling me you don't go to Google to get some help? You just do it on your own. You don't take no outside advice. You don't take no info from other areas to see how it can help you better understand whatever the situation is. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. So it's going to be real interesting to see how all of this plays out. But to be quite honest with you, I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely happy. And I hope it also means the return of my boy Curly Top, a.k.a. Top Terrific, a.k.a. Top Teller, a.k.a. the best commentator to ever do it. I hope it brings him back out. I hope it brings out one of the best play-by-play guys who hasn't had a shot to do his thing in the current events. Rico Hollywood Williams. I hope it gives the opportunity to a man who's currently out there, who has worked with MLG, who has worked in the beginning on the Madden Challenge with some of the key players of the Madden Challenge. Farouk. You guys may not know him. Farouk is a multi-platform or multi-game commentator. He's not a diehard Madden dude, even though he got his start with Madden. He's not a diehard Madden dude. He's the guy who can get in front of any audience. That's something that's necessary in this community. So there's no need to go out there and attack that man, or there's no need to not give that man a warm welcome when you see him on. That's one of our key dudes, man. Got to keep that man in the mix. So I'm out here really in front of you guys just talking because $1 million, man. $1 million. $1 million is on the line come next year. And I'm talking about not getting in front of nobody playing solos, and I'm out here about to make a mistake and do that. I'm not going head to head. What I've been doing lately is I've been collecting a lot of items, trying to do some of them quick sales, trying to put stuff into binders so that I can get it, not into my binder, but put stuff in a set so I can get some gold packs or bronze packs or badges, and try to put them into to quick sales. So that's what I've been doing. But again, I just wanted to get in front of you guys. And right now I'm on a PS4. So, and real quick, this thing doesn't even have what I'm broadcasting. You know, Twitch is, I know everybody loves it, but I wish it was a little bit better sticking with your actual titles in whatever game that you previously put in. I wish they were a little bit better with that. But it is what it is. But yeah, $1 million, man? Like $1 million. You know, when I was younger, I was a part of the $1 Million Man March. You know, I was down there. I was actually in school. 1995, I was down at Catholic University in Washington, D.C. starting outside linebacker, strong safety, essentially. We ran a 46 defense, Desert Swarm, so the safeties played down in the box. I was a strong, so I played 2x2 off of the tight ends. Love contact, was always in there banging. But that's, my freshman year. Million Man March came to town. Wasn't even planning on going. Rolled over from Catholic University on Michigan Avenue. Shot over to Georgia Ave. I ain't gonna say Georgia Avenue, even though that's the extended name. But shot over to Georgia Ave McDonald's, which is similar to what you guys would have seen in, what was the name of that show? A Different World. A Different World, back in the day, was a sitcom centered around African Americans who were in HSBC schools, and their like common area, you would hear a lot of different talk. You would see like they had this like common cafeteria area. Well, that Georgia Ave McDonald's was like the common spots for Howard, for Catholic, for Trinity, for the schools that was around that area. We would all just converge on that spot, see the girls, say what's up to the different people we knew, post up, essentially. And you would also have old heads out there, just essentially really just dropping dimes, before Kevin Love was dropping dimes. And it was just a great atmosphere. So I went over there the night before the Million Man March, and the entire block was loaded. It was loaded with buses and all and everything. And I'm sitting there like, damn. I called immediately. I called my friends. Coach Mike Hunter. He wasn't named Coach back then. Coach Hunter, I'll say. Coach Clay. Junkyard Dog. Another one of my friends. Another player. They said, yo, we got to come over here, man. We got to come. We got to do this. We got to go to this thing because it's kind of crazy out here. So that's the last time I seen 1 million in person. I've seen 1 million people. Never seen $1 million. Well, I did. You know what? I went to the Binions Hotel out in Las Vegas and saw it wrapped up. But I can't even comprehend winning that. Now, supposedly it's going to be broken up into 4 different ways. But, that's amazing. That's amazing. $1 million in tournament prize money. Now we got to find out. I'm waiting for information because this is rumored, but apparently it's coming out of the guys who are in the current tournament out in Burbank. Tweeted out, EA just announced that they're going to have $1 million tournament next year, or $1 million in cash prizes in a tournament next year. So I'm waiting to get an official press release, but apparently that's what's going on. And that's going to be amazing, man. So what we got to do is we have to all break out of mode of being lazy. Stop telling EA, can they patch things for us so that we can look like we're better than what we are, and get to work. Now, what we can do is ask EA to please give us audibles. Since you putting $1 million on the line, I want to make sure that if I come out in the wrong thing, I can get into the right play call. I shouldn't have to. That shouldn't even be something that we're discussing. That should be like a given. That's common sense. That's low-hanging fruit. You got an apple tree outside. Just go pick a damn apple. There's no way that you should even have to ask to have the ability to audible in Ultimate Team, or even in the regular mode, because I don't think it's going to be limited to just Ultimate Team. And what I mean by audible, is you set your audibles. Like you set your audibles, you set your passing, your offensive audibles and your defensive audibles. Not you get whatever set audibles that they automatically give you per formation. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. For $1 million, we don't want that. That's bad business. So EA, Let's go take care of some of this low-hanging fruit and put that in the game for us. Give us the audibles back, man. Give us audibles. We appreciate it. We would definitely appreciate it. We know you guys don't really want to handicap gameplay. We know you guys don't want someone winning who isn't necessarily qualified to win, or someone who gimmicks their way through. But if you can't audible into a good play, I guess you have to deal with, guys running wide open on routes because people are stuck with a certain amount of play calls based on the formation that they're in. And even if you want to keep it so that we can only audible into stuff that audible into fronts that we currently are in, like if you're in a nickel or you're in a 4-3, you're not going to check down to a 3-4 because one of your defensive ends will have to play outside linebacker. And 4-3 D ends can't really play outside linebacker. So make us stay into four-man front. So 4-3 could go to dime, could go to nickel, could go to nickel strong, can go to 4-6, stuff like that. 3-4 can go to 3-3-5, can go to any other 3-4, can go to quarters, can go to it can't go to 2-4-5, but it can go to like a. They have to figure that out. They have to figure that out. But we should be able to audible. Point blank. We should be able to audible. So that's some of my it's not concerns. That's some of the things that I believe in. I really believe that everybody should embrace the fact that gameplay is going to change. There's going to have a whole lot more competition out there. That doesn't mean you need to get scared. That doesn't mean that you need to start searching for excuses. You don't need to LeBron your way through. Don't LeBron your way through. What's up, Swaggy? Nano blitzes. There are no nano blitzes. There are no nano blitzes. Like let's get that. Let's get that out in the open. There are no nano blitzes in Madden. You guys, there are fast blitzes, but you guys actually insult the term nano blitz by thinking that there are nano blitzes in this game. There aren't. And for guys who have played in an era where there were nano blitzes, is damn near disrespectful to say this game has nano blitzes. Like, essentially, back in the day, we would have to call we have to call punt or a special teams formation and check out of that into a different offensive formation. So what we did is, because the punt and field goal had tighter line splits, we came out in that, audible up into whatever formation we needed, all right, and had to play like that. Because if you didn't, you would get sacked. Your quarterback would get tackled before he could even turn and give the ball off to the run. Like, there would be no fullback dive. Fullback dives were getting tackled before the quarterback could give the ball to the damn fullback. Those were nanos. Nothing like that in this game happens. Now, you guys may say, hey, why do I have to block so many people in order to keep one or two men out? Well, you got to do what you got to do. It still is a video game. It's a video game that's based on realistic football. Based on, not a simulation of. It is based on. This isn't simulation football. I know for a fact there are certain plays that EA takes out every year because if they let it run the way it's designed, it will break the game. So there are certain NFL plays that are actually in the game, but before it goes to the public, they have to take it out because they will break the game. You couldn't stop them. There's nothing in the game that could stop the play. I know this. It's just a part of the QA process. It's just things that they have to do. So some things, everything that's in this game, you can deal with. It's just that a lot of people, what they do is you see, and unfortunately, this has been some of the problems with some of my tournament friends. A lot of guys will say, well, I can't stop this or that, so it must be a glitch. No, it's not a glitch. You can't run the same playbook to stop everything. You can't run the same play to stop everything. You think you have a good play, and because you believe you have a good play, you want it to be able to deal with everything. And that's not realistic. And that's not realistic for non-professional or competitive players. You can't think like that. And I sound like an old damn man right now ranting. I'm not trying to rant. This is all about being happy. We got $1 million on the line come next season. We got great players coming back out to the field. We got K-Star talking about coming back out. We got Truth talking about coming back out. We might have a Big Gene sighting coming next year. We might have a Tommy Gunn sighting. We might have a Boogeyman sighting. We might have we might have a I forget my man's name. We might have a panoramic sighting. We might have a 1-9 sighting. I gotta give my West Coast guys some love. We might have now we gotta go down south to Texas. We might have a Sherm Sticky sighting again. We might go to Florida and have a Jet Steel sighting. We might have a secret sighting. We might go up to New York and have a Cheyenne and have a full sighting. We might have all these killers back. Professional players, 100,000 already playing Madden. Them dudes might be coming back out because they're going to smell that money. And it ain't going to be no excuses. Well, you know what? The game cheat. No, the game ain't cheated you. You got to put that time in. It's like RG was saying on the stream the other day. Problem has the discipline to stay in something as simple as a fullback dive where most people would abandon it because it gets monotonous to them, mundane to them. It takes a special player to do that. If you guys see me practice in the beginning of the year, I don't care about wins or losses. You'll see me come out and play in one formation the entire game. Now, here's my belief. I don't like practice mode. I like it, but I don't like it. I don't like anything where the computer won't make real adjustments. It's just going to run something as is. I don't like that. And so my practice is I'll take a playbook and I will run it versus real people until I feel comfortable with it. And then once I've had enough games, and I'll probably say 10, 15 games, then I'll decide if this is a good enough playbook or not. Do I have enough in it to make me competitive? Now, the one thing that hasn't happened is we haven't had as many live events like we used to do locally because the money hasn't been there. We used to use our live events to prepare for the big EA events. So if there's $1 million on the line, I can see local events bumping up again because guys are going to need that timing to get ready for these events. Even if they're online events, when you know your offense and you don't need to look at the screen, you play so much faster than someone who has to keep checking the screen. And since no matter what it looks like, how you guys get to the finals or qualify, it looks like EA brings people out so that you wind up playing in a live setting. It makes more sense to know your stuff up front because when you pull up your play art, essentially your opponent might be able to see that. I don't know how they're doing this. I don't know how they're connecting the guys. I don't know if it's through a local network. I don't know if they essentially are playing on one PS4 or one Xbox and they just have both teams loaded. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. Do you do Ultimate Legend exchanges? Not sure what you mean. No, I don't put Legends in and then exchange them for something else. No, I don't. What's up? I don't like saying that. I'll just say C122. What's up, my man? How you doing? Appreciate you coming through. So yeah, the beauty of it is we're gonna have competitive Madden again, and it's gonna be crazy. But I'll tell you guys right now who you need to be worried about. You need to be worried about Serious Mo. You need to be worried about Serious Mo. That's the front runner. Serious Mo and then Problem. Those are two guys you need to worry about. Oh, and I'm sorry. Once you get through them, the rest of the shark infested waters come out. You got Billy out there, secret. You got Evil Ken, one of the best offensive players you could run into. You got Young Nephew, who you guys got a glimpse of a little bit this year. You got Jet Still. You got Truth. You got Sherm Sticky. And for $1 million, man, you really want to put Sherm Sticky in an event for $1 million? I don't know if these guys, listen, man. If you do and you wind up running up against him and you playing him online, just unplug. Make sure you mute just mute the communication. Cause if you answer him, you're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. He'll destroy you. And you got to be a special person to be able to handle that trash talk and not let it bother you. You just do. You just do. But yeah, I'm not gonna stay and take up you guys' times. What I'm doing right now, like my pack total right now is like in the 5s. I'm trying to get to this legend status. So I gotta play a bunch of games. I gotta collect a bunch, do all these daggone sets, open packs. Just trying to do what I can to try to get there. I hope all you guys are enjoying MUT. What I would say to get ready for next year, get in there and start working on, like, you see how guys are playing right now, and that's how they're going to start off. The early on trend in Madden is going to be running the ball. So you got to make sure you got your stick skills together so that you can run the rock pretty successful. Get yourself some solid run defense. Not nothing that's being set up from you buying an ebook and they telling you how to set something up. Get yourself some good run defense that you know that you can go to. Actually, here's what you do. Go into practice mode, run the ball, whatever the computer is using to stop you, just keep having success against what you're running. Start off with that. And then you build on top of that. You can make your adjustments on top of that. It's like, hey, they're just running this base. If I bring this person down, it could be better. If I line shift, it could be better. If I crash out, it could be better. If I crash right, it could be better. If I pinch, if I shift my linebackers right or left, whichever way, whatever, like all those different things, that's your training mode. That's how you got to deal with it. Find yourself some good run D. Get yourself a good run and play. Make sure that your run D can stop your run and play in case someone runs it on you. And then that'll give you a good start for what you could see next season. As you can see right now, all these shot plays that people are running, make sure you go D up that. Find out how to deal with that crap, because whatever works at the end of the year, that's going to be your start platform for the next season. So get some defense for this shot play crap. Get some defense for the make sure you're comfortable with the 4 verticals. Make sure you're comfortable with back sneaking out the backfield and you and being playmaker. Make sure you're comfortable with the screen pass. And that should give you enough to be prepared for the first month of the game. And then the game will start changing. It's going to actually change after the 28th of August because it's going to be a huge tournament out in Vegas at that point. And then once the guys get back, the pros get back from Vegas, some of that stuff will start trickling out either through ebook sites or just online gameplay. Because someone will be the first one to try to run out there and, capitalize on what they saw and then package it up and and sell it as a product. So I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. So again, we got 1 million coming next year. MUT 17, like the title says, did EA say $1 million tournament? Yes, they did. Stay tuned. MUT is going to be great. This is Philly Ryan. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel at MUTtips. Make sure you also follow the Twitch channel. And I look forward to, hey, real quick, I'm also going to try to sponsor some tournaments. So I may be either doing a tournament direct myself, or I may be sponsoring an event with a different website or something. So if you're interested in stuff like that, make sure you leave comments so that I know to get in touch with you. And I actually may make that one of the qualifications or prerequisites. You have to leave a comment with your name and your gamer tag so that I can enroll you into an event. And if you haven't been a part of one of my events, I've run them before. Grand Champ have run them before, and we normally give away, the minimum we've normally given away is 100. So you pay nothing to get in, as invite only. And we basically take the invites through people replying, and then we make it happen. So if you're interested in something like that, subscribe to the channel, leave a message under the video. Let's make it happen. All right, everybody. It's Philly Ryan. Peace.